Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Let me turn up the volume. There we go. Perfect. What's up, everybody? Already over 100 souls in here. Oh man. Thanks for coming out. What movie is that from? Uh, Man, if somebody can tell me what movie that's from, you're good. It says, thanks for coming out. See if anybody knows that one. Hey, what's up, Tammy A? I'm assuming everything went well since you're back with us today. Good to hear. JJ Finnegan. Hola, Senor Jericho. You ever go to Jack in the Box and they order a Yumbo Yak? Una Yumbo Yak con queso y Pepsi. REG, you are good, except it's Boondock Saints, the first one, not the second one. Very good. Yeah, it's the part where there's a character in there who's always getting he always takes a guess at how the murder victims got that way. So they show up to the scene, there's dead bodies everywhere. He always takes a guess and he's wrong all the time. And so he says, he's telling him how he can catch the guys who were doing this. He says, obviously they're from this part of town, and all you got to do, because I guess a bunch of Irish people live there, he said, put a potato on a string, drag it through that part of town. Thanks for coming out. That was a great movie. And the second one, Ari, you guessed Boondock Saints 2. That movie was an amazing piece of shit. You had all those years, same thing with Anchorman, and a lot of other things. You got literally decades to get this right, and they fucked it up. Boondock Saints 2 is absolute garbage. The first one, classic. The second one, I don't know what happened. I don't know who got a hold of it. Was it some new producers or something, or new director? I don't know. But that shit hurt. As a fan of that movie, watching the second one absolutely hurt. Kicked me right in my fan nuts. That first movie was so damn good. Remember they had that Alphabet Soup Group member who came to work at the meatpacking plant? And he says, he was explaining to her, yo, this is how we do things. And he said something, and he goes, it's a good rule of thumb. And of course, being the feminist shithead that she is, actually, that saying comes from when it was okay to beat your wife as long as you didn't beat her with a stick bigger than your thumb. He says, well, good thing it wasn't a rule of wrist, meaning like good thing you weren't able to beat your wife's ass with a stick as big as your wrist. So she got mad and she kicks him in his nuts, right? But there's twin brothers. They're always with each other. They always got each other's back. So she kicks him in his nuts for saying that. And as he doubles over, his younger brother comes over top and just fucking boom, knocked her ass the fuck out. Now, if it makes anybody feel any better, she was a big woman. That's a huge bitch. She was like 6 foot something, probably 250. But she said, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and kick you in your nuts. And he was like, well, you want to play that game? You want to kick my brother in his nuts? I'm about to test that. I'm about to check that chin. And he did. That shit was hilarious. So many good parts of that movie. What's his name? Was it Rocco? I think it was their buddy Rocco, the one who, the funny guy, when he used to always tell jokes. Hold on. Last scene, I promise. This is probably the best scene in the movie, where Rocco and the two brothers, they're at Rocco's place and they're drinking and, eat pizza and shit. And he has a gun laying on the table, and her cat is laying in front of the gun. He goes, it is done. And he bangs on the table with both his fists. It makes the gun go off and he shoots the cat. And then you just see this big ass blood spatter on the wall. He shot the cat and it blew up. Remember, as they fall back off the table, oh shit. And his girlfriend comes in. His girlfriend's obviously a skank. She's out banging dudes with her slutty ass friend. They come in all, from the night before, all fucked up. And she goes, "What happened, Rocco? You killed my. He said, "Killed what? You don't even know that cat's name." Oh, no, hold on. She says, "You killed mine." He goes, "Shut your fucking mouth. I can't walk to the store to get a pack of cigarettes without running into 9 guys you fucked." But he said, "It is done." He banged on the table and the gun went off and shot the cat. That shit was hilarious. "That's so mean, Jericho. That's a dead cat." It was a fucking movie and the shit was hilarious. Watch the scene and tell me that shit was funny. It is done. Boom. He said, "Shut your fucking mouth." Late 90s, I miss you. I miss you, late 90s. Come back to me. But in a nutshell, as I say, long story short, Boondock Saints 2 sucked. I would not recommend that to anybody. It was fucking awful. All those years. And this is what you give us. Man, I was so mad. I don't think I even finished it. Tell me a joke. I'm having a shitty day. Everybody tells me what a crack up you are. Ron Jeremy was in that movie. Everybody tells me what a crack up you are. Hoser, Christian, what's up, man? He said, "Hey, Jericho, just checked in Chicago. Hey, I got one word for you, Christian. Duck. Get down, find some solid stationary object, and get down. Don't move. Is Melanie with you? Hold her tight. Don't move. Okay? Now, what you need to do is called a low crawl. All right? Elbow. Boom, like that. Crawl. Low crawl to a cab or an Uber and get your ass back to the airport. Get out of there. Or did you drive? If you drove, low crawl to your vehicle and smoke those tires and go back to Canada where it's safe. Yes, you have a tyrannical little shithead up there running things that looks just like his father, who's from Cuba. I'll leave it at that. Huh? But at least you're safe up there. What are you doing in Chicago? That is America's shooting range. Christian, be careful, man. We need you back in this comment section. Get the fuck out of Chicago. Out of Chicago. Get a hot dog and get out of Chicago. You must be crazy. Black Lake, thank you. They used ammonia. Who the fuck are these guys? Yeah, Boondock Saints was classic. He's all, "Would you bring your stupid rope?" Because his brother wanted a rope to rappel down any shit like the action. You and your stupid rope. And they hooked up with their dad. Willem Dafoe. Oh, that reminds me. I am going to, hold on, because on my Instagram page every day, I do a hashtag not today. That's where I post a clip from a TV show or a movie from back in the day. You remember when everything was cool, when everybody got made fun of? And that's going to be a perfect clip. The scene when Willem Dafoe, hold on, Willem, Willem, or H-E-M, whatever, Willem Dafoe and his boyfriend. Willem Dafoe plays this eccentric FBI investigator, but he's gay, right? And there's a scene where he's laying in bed with his boyfriend, I guess post-coital, and his boyfriend is like, rubbing on him and stuff, and he goes, "Hey, stop being such a fag," to his boyfriend. I got to put that shit. I got to take that clip and post it to my Instagram page because hashtag not today. You couldn't say that in a scene today against the alphabet soup group and take the chance of offending someone in the Ku Klux Klans. Are you crazy? Like I said, check out my Instagram page at JG Talk. Hashtag not today. Yesterday, I posted a cartoon clip. Remember those Tex Avery cartoons? And it was the one where they're at the symphony and there's somebody in the balcony who doesn't like the dog that's singing. So he keeps dropping shit on him. Every time he drops something on his head, he turns into a different stereotypical character, like Chinese dude with the hat. He's like, and he fucking squirts him with black ink and he turns into a black singer with the big pink lips. Man, nobody's safe. Hawaiian people, he gets everybody. Check it out. Ms. Pepsi Girl, thank you. Hey, this isn't the mall. Let's go China, China. What was that, a David Bowie song? Yep. Don't worry, we'll be talking about his dumbass because the title of this, All Hail the Chief, has to do with him. Yo, Hoser, thank you again for the Hamilton. It says, hey, Canadian invasion happening now in Chicago. We just checked in our hotel. Man, be careful. Stay in your hotel. I hope they have room service so you don't have to go out and get shot. Play it safe. Try to go, I would say stay downtown where it's safe, but it's not safe downtown. They have a curfew there for children under 18 because of the rash of shootings. I think in the last few months, there have been 2 people killed downtown under the age of 18. So there's a curfew. So maybe wait till the curfew, then go down there once all the little Thundercats are back in their neighborhoods or back in their cages. Again, Hoser, damn, Canada's representing. That's all I'm saying, comment section. Canada is representing. Actually, we are on the Navy Pier. Sable's Hotel by the Hilton on the pier. Very posh, very safe, and very beautiful. Good. I'm glad you're safe. And if anybody's near the posh Sable's Hotel by Hilton, say what's up to the Hoser, the Canadian connection. Yeah, be safe, man. Stay in the good parts, all right? No need, if you go to another country, you're like, oh, I want to see the real country. I want to see where the locals. No, not in Chicago. Don't go to where the locals are. Please. T3283. Naked Gun movies were great. I'm going to have to do some Naked Gun ones. Because Leslie Nielsen is fucking hilarious. And Nordberg, an accused murderer. Damn it, OJ. Why'd you have to do that? Now you ruined Nordberg for me. Nordberg was a hilarious character. I think it was it the first one or was it 2.5, The Smell of Fear, where they go to this sex shop and Drebin's sex toy came in, the something 2000, and it was like a dildo attached to like a leaf blower engine. He pulled in, he said, blah, 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 and the dick was flopping around. Oh, Naked Gun. That shit was hilarious. Hilarious. I mean, Brian King v. Falcon, all the Naked Gun movies, I might have a bone of contention there because the first 2, awesome. 33 and a Third, I don't know. That's the one with Nicole Brown. No, not Nicole Brown Simpson. Oh, shit. Nicole, what's her name? The girl who married the old oil baron and died of an overdose. Oh, I don't know why I can't think of her name. But that one, oof. That was iffy, but the first 2, yeah, man, that's all-time classics. All-time where he's mic'd up and he goes to the bathroom. Anna Nicole Smith, thank you, the purple. Anna Nicole Smith, that was her name. Yeah, wasn't that some shit? Remember when she died? She was all famous and shit for a while. She married the old dude. That's what got her name out there, and then she would do her little Playboy stuff or whatever she doing. She had a reality show. And then, yeah, she ended up popping some pills or something and died. Shit was terrible. Hoser, again, thank you. Tomorrow we are venturing out to Chinatown. Should be safe there. Naked Gun, nice beaver. Chinatown, I don't know what the Chicago Chinatown scene is like. I hope it's safe. Just, keep your head on the swivel, man. Chicago's no bullshit. All bullshit aside, Chicago is very dangerous. Please be safe. I know somebody who recently got the fuck out of Chicago, and they lived in the nice part. So be safe, man. Black Lake, that's right. Veterans for Trump. Shit, I bet you everybody's for Trump now, huh? Look at who took over for him. We were eating T-bones and potatoes au gratin, washing it down with some good drink all the time, eating good. Eating so good, the kind of good eating where you got to Either wear sweatpants or let that top button go. Ugh. America used to be delicious. Now we're eating some bologna sandwiches on molded bread. Not even good bologna, that cheap shit where you got to tear the plastic ring off of it. That red plastic wrapping around it. The ring. That's what we're eating. Damn it. We were doing so good. The world is a better place when America is doing well. You hear this shit now? Speaking of eating good, you hear all this chatter about bugs? I'm sorry. What did you say, sir? Bugs? Look, check this out, man. I've said this before. I am an American snob. I drink my American tea with my pinky out, and I wear my red, white, and blue monocle and my stars and stripes top of the morning to you, sir. I am an American snob. I like being an American. I like being on top. I like leading the world. I like all these options I have for food and entertainment and clothing and housing. Where do you want to live? Anywhere. Any of the 50 states, go right ahead. I like being American. I eat beef. I eat chicken, pork, seafood. I do not eat no fucking insects. I don't think so. I don't want to eat that. Now, one time, a few years back, I'm trying to tell you a story. And my daughter was like 5 or something. We went to visit my mom near Fresno. We're coming back. We stop at this one of those little produce stands off the side of the road, and they have these little lollipops with a little scorpion in it or a little cricket. Inside the lollipop, you eat the candy around it, and then you eat the grasshopper or the cricket, whatever the fuck it was. I got one for my daughter. I still got the picture. Still got the picture of my daughter taking a bite out of that thing, eating the grasshopper. You know why I took a picture of that? You know why I bought her that? Because it was silly and fun. Because in countries like America, we don't do insects. It was a novelty. You ate a cricket. You kidding me? Ain't no fucking bugs. Are you serious? Bugs? Jericho, you sound like such a snob. I know, I am. I don't eat bugs. Yes, bugs are beneath me. I am too good to eat bugs. I don't have to. In America, we kill bugs. We don't eat them. Bugs get raid. We pay a man once a month to spray bug killer around the perimeter of my home. We don't do bugs here. You want me to start eating caterpillars? And man, you better get the fuck out of here with that shit. That's for third world countries. Jericho, how could you say that? You're such a dick. I don't care. I am above eating insects. Say what you will. Fucking crickets. Brian King be fucking. I am bugging right now. You damn right. The fuck? No damn insects. If you want to, that's cool. But like for that to be a mainstay in our diet, like you're getting rid of chicken, pork, beef, and seafood, you're going to get rid of one of those and replace it with bugs? Fuck off. Mark's music obsession. Thank you for the Hamilton. What up, JG? Shout out from Fort Smith, Arkansas. And no, Kamala can't touch these. You watch out, Mark. If you got them gray pubes, you better keep them away from her. Don't even adjust your waistband, because if your waistband comes out and them gray pubic hair pheromones get in the air and they get under her nose, she's coming after you. Gaga, that's what you're going to hear in the distance. Gaga. Oh, shit. You better start running, Mark. Like them cameramen from the old episodes of Cops. Gaga, gaga, in the distance. It's getting closer. Run. You know how Kamala gets when them silver pubes are out. She can't control herself. She's not responsible for her actions. You ever throw your dog a treat? They eat that shit like you haven't fed them in a week? That's how Kamala don't play with them pubes. Tommy from Texas, thank you. As per previous stream, the whole Beto supporters in Texas are mostly transplants to Texas. I sure hope so, because I saw, you're probably right, because I saw some of the people in the background. Ain't no way they're from Texas. California, maybe, but I damn sure hope that wasn't someone born and raised in Texas. I hope that was a transplant, because that shit looked bad. Yes, Elizabeth Rose, they want us to eat crickets. No, thank you. Have you had a restaurant or some shit, like a Mexican restaurant, like a real authentic one? They got like them fried crickets and shit or whatever. Yeah, whatever. When in Rome. But I'm not in Rome all the time. I'm in America. I don't do that shit. Keep your cricket cakes to yourself. Here's something gross. Speaking of insect eating, Jacob Aviar says, "Ooh yeah, Macho Man, dig it." So there's this, I believe it's off Lake Victoria in South Africa, and above Lake Victoria every year these flies mate, and there's trillions of these flies, there's big columns, these clouds of flies going up into the sky, trillions of them. They're everywhere. So the locals there, they take pots and pans or whatever they can, and they spray non-stick spray on it, like Pam or some shit. And they go out in the middle of these clouds of these flies, thick. And they wave the pots and pans around, and the flies stick to them. Then they gather the flies up into balls, and they make these patties, like these hockey puck thick patties of flies. And then they take the fly patties and they fry them up and hand them out. And the little kids are waiting. They can't wait to get some of them fly cakes. And they get the fly cakes. Then they start eating them like, You know, like Eddie Murphy when he's singing, when he got the ice cream sandwich, I got ice cream. His kids are happy. Good for them. But I don't want to be in a position where I'm happy about eating insects. These are eating fly, this thick, 2 inches thick, like this. Fly cakes. Nothing but flies. Could you imagine eating a mouthful of flies? Again, I'm not shitting on those people. That's them. But this is us. We don't do that over here. You want to start pushing that shit? I bet you that's why Bill Gates is buying up a bunch of land. He's probably going to have some fucking cricket farms. Get out of here with that shit. Lord German Husbando, thank you. It's like you said once. If it's got more legs than you and you're both in the same room, bugs got to die. That's what I'm saying. We kill bugs here. Outside, I let bugs go. I tell my son, hey, don't kill that bug. There's no need. But if that bug is inside the walls of this home, if it comes indoors, I'm killing it. You don't belong in here. Oh, but we're supposed to eat them. Yeah, okay. Watch. I bet you it's going to be some fast food chain, and they're going to come out with their new cricket burger or some hot Cheeto cricket fries or some shit like that. That's the beginning of the end. These people have got to be out of their minds. MyGreenGear.com, JerichoGreen.net. This live stream is brought to you by Patriot Supply. Friends, the entire world is experiencing food shortages. Supply chain breakdowns continue to have a domino effect on everything, especially food production. Farmers can't plant as many crops now because of the fertilizer shortages, forced regulations, and high fuel prices. This will cause more painful food shortages when we run out of the food we're eating now. Food takes time to grow. So when farmers don't plant, months later, we don't eat. That's why you need to prepare for an increasing number of food shortages. And the best way to invest is in Ready Hour emergency food from My Patriot Supply. It's a perfect hedge against skyrocketing prices and shortages. Right now, save $50 on a 4-week food kit from My Patriot Supply. Go to preparewithjericho.com and get your $50 savings on a 4-week emergency food kit that averages over 2,000 calories per day. That's preparewithjericho.com. Those who know what's coming are getting prepared now. Shouldn't you? Preparewithjericho.com. Damn it. Now. Scrab Crawler. Kill all the flies, bug assault. I got one of those bug assault guns. That shit is fun. Man. When we went camping, that was 90% of our entertainment at the campsite. Tearing up bugs, wasps. I don't give a shit what it is. If it flies or crawls, that shit will kill it. That was fun. Get a bug assault, people. This is not a paid endorsement. Josh W., thank you for the Hamilton. Jericho, if the Demtards get Trump disqualified, doesn't that all but guarantee a landslide victory for DeSantis? Where am I? Where am I? Hey, this is the mall. Well, if they were able to do that, if they were able to disqualify Trump, that is horrible for us. And that is a sign of things to come. I hope they're not able to. But if they did, if it were to guarantee a landslide for DeSantis, I guess that would be cool. But we should be able to have the choice between DeSantis and Trump. They shouldn't be able to make that choice for us and disqualify Trump, if you know what I mean. Like, they shouldn't do that. If the people decide DeSantis over Trump, cool. But don't decide for us. Don't disqualify Trump over some bullshit. And they don't want to release the affidavit, and Trump does. His legal team does. So that lets you know where things stand. And don't forget, in June, they said, hey, Trump team, we need these papers. Trump team said, here you go. Anything else? No, we're good. Oh, put a lock on that. Cool. They did. So what are you looking for? And they wouldn't let his lawyers follow him around and see what the fuck they're looking for. Why? Why they're so long? If you know what you're looking for, it shouldn't take that long. And wouldn't you want the lawyer there so they can shorten your search? Hey, man, I need this. Cool. Here it is. Not going through everything, taking all this time, smelling Melania's panty drawer. That shit's gross, man. I hope they don't disqualify Trump, because that means we're fucked later. That was just, man, that was crazy. That's never happened before. To have his house raided for what? For what? Top secret documents about nuclear? They're saying nuclear secrets. Hey, if you think Trump has the nuclear launch codes, then just change the launch codes, and then whoever he gives them to, it won't matter. I'm just saying. Judy Girl, Trump / DeSantis 2024. That would be cool, but would DeSantis be willing to take the vice president spot? I think he probably would. I think he probably would. Especially if he did, then he would run for president after that. So maybe DeSantis would. Trump, DeSantis, is that too good? Is that too good to be true? I don't know. Ransom Shan, thank you. Said, my dad sailed recently with the same sailor who brought Greta across the Atlantic to the Green Summit. The sailor said she was asked by Greta to fly to the States to sail her. So much for going green. Oh, Greta, you little shit. You little Swedish shithead. You little Bukte Firgen Birgengagen, yeah? Damn it. I thought I was just praising him the other day. I said, despite all the dumb shit that turd says, at least she's living like it. Flying, living green. Not taking planes. Little bastard. Guess you can't trust him, huh? Imagine that. Can't trust the machine. Black Lake, again, thank you for the Hamilton. Goodbye, Liz Cheney. Today is your last day. One rhino down. Many more to go. Time to take our country back and feast on the salty tears of the left. I love it. Bathe me in the tears of the left. The left. I need you to go up on the top of that mountain. I'm going to be down here. So when you start crying like a bunch of bitches, I can just soak myself in your sadness. Fuck you guys. I think Liz Cheney is the rhinoist of the rhinos. The January 6th committee. And you hear how arrogant she is? Oh, well, if doing the right thing means losing my job. You're not doing the right thing. You're taking part in some bullshit. January 6th. Billy Painter, bad Billy. When you get a chance, look up Ellie Ehrlich, a member of the Ku Klux Klans who is offering to give kids body-altering drugs. Find that person and take them into custody. And you know who else you need to find with Ellie Ehrlich? Also find the parents who would allow that shit to be done to their kids. Find them too. Because these monsters have nothing to do if the parents don't let them. These monsters don't have access to our kids if the parents don't let them. You come to me with some, hey, we want to give your kid. You ain't giving my kid shit. They like to do that shit. Read the fine print. Anything you're signing for school, consent, read the fine print. Because that's some bullshit going on. Why does any of that need to happen? Tim Starr says, what about Trump Cruz? I'm not a big Cruz fan. I've seen him flip-flop on some shit. I'm not a big fan of his. Or would I be mad? But I'm not a big Ted Cruz fan. Brian King B. Falcon, exactly. The parents are the monster if they allowed that. Who is worse, the wolf or the sheep that feeds the lambs to the wolf? You know what the wolf's about. A wolf is going to wolf. Sharp teeth, claws, beady eyes. I know what you're about. Yeah, Cruz said some shit I didn't like about January 6th. I'm just not a big fan of his. German Shepherd Dog Lover says Cruz is a fighter for us. And we have differing opinions. I'm not a big fan of his. But he's not the worst thing. He's better than 99.9% of Democrats. But that's not saying much. Andrea Viola, thank you. I would love to see Trump/Steve Bannon. Ooh, call that the revenge ticket because they both got some bones to pick. Oh, you said that just for the revenge of it. Then DeSantis Lake. Okay. JG, why the FBI putting up barricades? You know why. Just the same reason they put up barricades around the Capitol. Because they're doing something wrong. If I'm not doing something wrong, why would I want to keep you out? Why wouldn't I be welcoming you in to hear your grievances, to hear your issues, to tell me how I've been doing? Am I doing something? How am I representing you properly? If not, tell me. Because if everything's on the up and up, if everything's above board, then what's the problem? Mindy Patriot Angel, Trump West as in Allen West. Sounds good to me. Trump Tucker Carlson, Marky Mark. Oh, could you imagine? I would love to see Tucker Carlson up there with that look on his face when he has a guest on that's saying the dumbest shit he's ever heard. He's like, I would not be mad at no Trump Carlson. Could you? Oh my goodness. The left, the media, if Tucker Carlson was running for vice president, holy shit. They'd be like those toads. They got the blood coming out of their eyes. Oh my, their heads would explode on national TV. DeSantis Lake. That's interesting. That's the lady who just won governor of Arizona. Ooh, that'd be crazy too. A lot of what ifs, a lot of could be scenarios. I'm down for it. As long as we get this mush mouth motherfucker out of there, we're good. You can only go up from here. Okay, good gun. Let's see. Trump Elder, Trump Owens, Guy Richardson. Those would be great too. Trump Elder, the sage of South Central, man. And Candace Owens. I mean, she wouldn't be the first black female vice president. Yeah, she would. Kamala Harris ain't black. Get out of here with that shit. She's Jamaican and Indian. Yeah, Ross Clark. All right, good gun. Here we go. Daycare owner shoots husband at D.C. hotel, claims he molested children in her daycare. Well, we can't have that. A Maryland woman is due in D.C. court Monday. Oh, and I also read that the judge denied her bail. I'll tell you why in a second. A Maryland woman is due in court in D.C. court Monday after telling police she shot her husband at the Mandarin Hotel in Southwest D.C. because she said he had been sexually abusing children at the daycare she runs. According to the charging documents, police reports say around 7:40 p.m. Thursday night, D.C. police responded to reports a man had been shot on the 8th floor of the Mandarin Oriental Hotel. Oriental? Mandarin? You better change that. That's offensive to Asian people. That's offensive to people of color. Change it. Mandarin Oriental Hotel. I'm offended. When officers arrived on the scene, They were told by hotel management that a fire alarm had gone off in the room of room 853. When management opened the door to that room to check on the alarm, they observed blood on the wall. When officers approached the door to the hotel room, they were able to engage the defendant, 50-year-old Shantiri Weems of Randallstown. Weems was asked by officers to exit the room so they could check on the condition of the victim, identified as her husband, a retired Baltimore police officer. WTOP is not naming the victim since he has not been charged with any crime. For approximately a half hour, police negotiated with Weems through the door to gain access to the victim, during which time she said statements including, "If you come in, I'm going to kill myself. And fuck him. He's a child molester," according to the case reports. When the victim could be heard through the hotel door saying that he had been shot in the head and leg, Weems said, "Shut the fuck up. I will kill you." When police determined the victim was inside the room and indeed in need of aid, they forced entry, whereupon they detained Weems. Weems surrendered a gun in her purse and indicated other weapons were in the room, but she didn't know where. Police said injuries to the victim were not life-threatening. A subsequent search of the room discovered 2 shell casings and another firearm in the hotel safe. Police say they also recovered handwritten documents within a notebook, the contents of which could be seen in plain sight. According to the case reports, the recovered material contained phrases like, "I'm going to shoot but not kill him. I'm going to paralyze you. My only regret is that I didn't put a bullet in your head." One letter contained an apology to her babies, stating, "I didn't know." So that's why the judge denied her bail, because of premeditation. They were able to prove that she premeditated her crime. Obviously, she wrote it down on a to-do list. But of course, people are saying, well, that was a white woman. Well, if she left a note saying what she was going to do, that's premeditation. She'd probably be in jail too. But in an interview with detectives, Weems said she had been told by children, parents, and teachers at the Little Kids Castle daycare she operates in Owings Mills that her husband had been molesting children there. She also told detectives the allegations of abuse had been reported to authorities in Baltimore. She also said she didn't intend to kill her husband and that she was having thoughts of harming herself. In a statement Sunday, Baltimore County Police said that Little Kids Castle will remain closed as the investigation continues to unfold. Further on in the interview, Weems stated that she had driven from Maryland to D.C. on July 20th to meet with her husband at the hotel. According to the case report, Weems said she confronted her husband about the accusations on the night of the 21st. When the argument got heated inside the hotel room, Weems said her husband began to come toward her. That's when Weems said she retrieved a handgun from her purse and shot her husband. Now that part go juxtaposed with the diary entry that sounds like bullshit, because you're saying, I went there, I'm going to shoot him. And she says he came toward me, unless that's the biggest coincidence in the world. I'm not mad at her. If he did turn out to molest these kids, he should have gotten more. Among the handwritten letters officers retrieved from the crime scene was an apology to the children she worked with at the daycare center that concluded with a makeshift last will and testament. So maybe she was planning to kill herself. Weems was arrested on charges of assault with intent to kill and has also been charged with possession of an unregistered firearm, possession of unregistered ammo, and other gun-related counts. You have to register ammo in D.C.? It's bullshit enough you have to register your firearm. But you got to register ammo? But D.C. is right next to all that. That's where the freedom is supposed to. Anyway. So, sounds to me like she heard some shit. She heard that he did something. He's molesting them kids. I'm not sure how much investigating she did before she decided to pop this fool. But like I said, if he did, shoot him up. Let him have it. Should shoot him in somewhere other than his leg, unless it's the femoral artery. The punishment has to be severe for people that do that kind of shit. People are entrusting her with their children. And even more so, this guy's an ex-cop, so they probably trusted him even more. How could our children not be safe? There's an ex-cop there. There's a former police officer on site. This kid's gotta be safe. Nope, trust no one. People suck. And that, folks, was good gun. Damn it, good job, lady. If it turns out he really did that. Now, if somebody was lying, then they should get shot. But telling the truth, and he did do that shit. Well, time to pay the piper player. Mr. Mikey says, Trump 2020. Hey, let's do it. I believe that he could be president and vice president at the same time. I would vote for that ticket. I would. Marky Mark says, get JG up to 500 likes. I dare you. Please do. I double dog dare you to get me up to 500 likes. We got 900 people in here. We got to be able to get 500 likes. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got, people. MyGreenGear.com, JerichoGreen.net. See my little buddy over there? What? Hold on. I'm going to get how to point on this damn thing. Right there, the fan. That's my buddy. I don't go anywhere without it. It's hot as shit. It's already 98 degrees, people. Not the group from the 90s either. Like a real 98 degrees. Not Nick Lachey. So, you saw the thumbnail. All hail the chief. All of you. Hail him. Or at least that's what Nancy told us. Nancy said, all hail the chief. Oh, man. Is this like the longest running comedy skit ever? Are these people for real? She said, all hail the chief. Popov Pelosi. Remember Popov vodka, that cheap shit? The vodka vixen. She said to hell Biden is perverted. Hail him. All hail Caesar? Bullshit. Caesar, you all hail Biden now. We'll get into that. And did George Gascon cheat to escape a recall? You know he was scared. Hey, Brian King B. Falcon. He says, don't play with the chief. Don't start that shit, right? Don't start that play shit. Let's keep it professional and kind today. Don't make fun of him. So did George Gascon, the DA of LA, did he cheat to avoid a recall? Because you know he was looking up north. They just recalled the DA of San Francisco. So anything is possible if the district attorney of San Francisco can be recalled. This is San Francisco we're talking about. They are nutty. It's squirrel shit up there. But there was some shit going on to where people weren't allowed in there to oversee the counting of the signatures. Because first, you have to get enough signatures to get it on the ballot. And they said he was short by tens of thousands of signatures, but nobody was allowed to go in there and verify the counting. Nobody from the Republican side. Because there's no way that Los Angeles would allow this fucker to stay in office with the job he's been, the way he's been performing his job. Or would they? I guess we'll never know. And it's been 1 year since the worst, I can say that with confidence, the worst pullout ever. There's 17-year-old boys on prom night who looked at Biden's pullout and said, that's bad. That's horrible. It's been over 1 year since the greatest lottery winning of any terrorist organization on the planet in human history. And I mentioned yesterday toward the end of the live about this the newest National Guard commercial that I saw. While watching the whole thing, because I only saw a little snippet, I came across the Army National Guard commercial from 1996. Quite a difference. One of them is going to make you throw up. Which one? The one from now or the one from 96? We'll find out. But stark contrast. Night and day. That's right. Sweet Broadway, RIP to the 13 soldiers, the 13 sailors who lost their life in the worst pullout ever. Josh W., thank you again. Jericho, loaded question. But who do you think is really running the country? It's certainly not the Werther's candy sucking grandpa in chief. He's not running much. He can't even run his mouth. He can't even do that right. Who's running it? I mean, there was a time where somebody would say, oh, well, who are you going to get all conspiracy theory? That doesn't exist anymore. Who's really running things? I think it's them. I think it's the people who attend these weird ass goat blood parties. It's the banks. It's the corporations. It's the lobbyists. That's who's running shit. Because that's who's telling the people in charge what to do and what to say and when to say and do it. I think that's who it is. People with the money. The World Health Organization, the World Economic Forum, fucking Klaus Schwab, who looks like the dad from Blade 2. Look up Blade 2, Father Vampire, and tell me that's not Klaus Schwab. Tell me. Tell me that's not him. That's not Klaus Schwab? It looks just like him. That's not him? Looks like the same dude. That's who's running the damn world. Oh, look at this shit. Huh? Who the fuck? What is that? Are you a ninja or a druid? Why is he dressed like that? What the fuck does that mean? Where are you going dressed like that? What kind of meeting or seance is he going to dressed like that? What is that shit? Look at them shoulders and whatever that little emblem is on there. What is that shit? Some kind of seal or something. Why are you dressed like that? Have you ever dressed like that and it wasn't October 31st? What is that? People like that are running the world. That's who's in charge. These damn monsters. Man, just wait till you hear what Nancy said. That slurring, sloppy slag. Isn't that an insult in England? Jolly old England. Look at that there, you slag. Hello, Governor. Look at that slag there, mate. Oh, man. Klaus Schwab. Why is he dressed like that? Yeah, that's like some cult shit. Like they're going to be stirring a pot of potion at their meeting. Chuck McDaniel says that's a Mortal Kombat outfit. Yeah, I don't want nobody telling me what to do who's dressed like a fucking like Shang Tsung. No thanks. Get out of here with that shit. Keep that weird shit over there where you live, Klaus Schwab. Nobody with an accent tells me what to do in America. You don't run America. Fucking weirdos. Devlin McBain, thank you. A drink for Jericho. One on your shippy brother. What up, Shipwreck? Thank you very much. World's finest Navy. Weird ass shit. Look at what's he wearing? If you dress like that, you don't tell me nothing. That's some foreign shit. I'll bring that over here. What the fuck? Oh, man. Klaus Schwab, yeah. This is what you're going to do, America. We ain't going to do shit. You can eat those bugs, Klaus. So anyway, let's get to the vodka vixen, huh? Miss Belvedere. The lady of Grey Goose. Let's see what this fucking dummy said. Oh my goodness, she's so stupid.
Hail to the chief, to Joe Biden. Just his leadership, his
hold on.
Inspiration made today.
Shut up, you slurring jackass. If you look closer, you can see someone trying to hold her hair back. I'm gonna hook this up to my little speaker here so you can hear it better. because you must hear this. You must hear this, dummy. This drunk bat. This winged demon whose breath smells of cheap vodka. What the fuck? Connect. Why is my Bluetooth not connecting, brah? Oh, it's because my wife's probably still connected to it. Damn it. You can still hear it. Say it again, you sloppy, slurring harpy.
Hail to the chief, to Joe Biden. His leadership, his vision, his inspiration made today possible.
His leadership, his vision, and his inspiration. And you hear a little laugh.
Hail to the chief, to Joe Biden. His leadership, his vision, his inspiration made today possible.
Made today possible. You know those dentures wanted to jump out of her mouth. Hail to the chief. His leadership, his vision, and his inspiration. Stop lying, Nancy. Stop. She almost needed a cigarette after saying that. Oh, hail the chief. What? You know that was a lie. You know he's inspired no one. He's led no one. And he has no vision. My goodness. Out loud in the open. They don't care. They don't care. Oh, have a chick. This is vision. Get the fuck. Derek Rao. That's how I'm going to say it. Thank you. Trump can return to office today, but you got to lay down with Pelosi. Jericho, will you save America? Ugh. Derek, come on, man. Whoo! I mean, ooh. Oof. Oof. You know, you know how good it feels after you puke? You finally get a break. Oh man. Oh, okay. Derek. All right. What the hell is that? The next video starts like, what the fuck? Save America. Now, Mr. Mikey, right, that's a bridge too far, but I'm all right. Let me see. Now, by save America, do you mean save America forever? Like we can't go down this fucked up path ever again? Like this isn't going to happen again. This is the one and only time that America needs to be fixed. And from now on, we'll be living on easy street. We'll be back on top. We will be respected. Our rights will be restored. And just hypothetically, I'm single, right? Because, you know, I don't need that mess. If I was single, and if this could fix America forever, I would sacrifice my penis for the country. Because after that, after you put your dick in somewhere like that, you got to burn it. Burn it. It's no good anymore. It's rotten. It's contaminated. It's broken. Ooh. I mean, yeah, and not for you guys. I wouldn't be doing this to save America for you. I'm doing this for the kids. I'm doing this for my children so they have a great country to grow up in. So they can have a better country than I grew up in. And I grew up in a good one. But if I can make it better for them, for the kids, yes. Yes, I would. For the kids. But I tell you what, my kids better listen to me, what I tell them the first time for the rest of their life. I'm taking this kind of bullet. because my dick did not do anything to deserve this. For the kids, man. For the kids. All right. Oof, that's a hell of a question, Derek. Yeah. Try to get that thought out of my head. That is gross. You guys better make me king of the world if I do that. You better make me king of the world if I do that. Ooh. Mama Babs. Banshee Pelosi. Sounds like Shelly from South Park. Don't insult South Park like that. That's a good show. That's a good show, and that is not a good woman. Is she a woman? She's more of a creature. Stephen Ayers. Thank you. Will we ever see the Epstein client list? Great question. Great question. We should. Also, don't forget, guys, sweet and sour sniffles are over. CDC say we can go back to normal. Last 2.5 years, just a sick prank. Catman FS, thank you. 1620, very specific amount. Nobody with an accent tells me what to do in America. OMG. Right? If you have an accent, that means you're from a foreign country. You don't get to tell me what to do. But Jericho, America does that to other countries all the time. And to that I say, I don't care. I'm not in those countries. I'm in America. I'm the lead dog. The rest of the world is looking at our balls and asshole. Their view never changes. I don't give a damn. You ain't doing it here. You keep those foreign thoughts and suggestions to yourself. Because we are all out of give a shit here. You damn right. Take that shit somewhere else. America. And every damn person here feels the same way. You wouldn't want to be anywhere else. But yeah, I'd love to see that client list. Just give us half of it. Give us the top half or the bottom half. No, man, just give us half. Give us 10 names off of there. It's not asking too much, is it? Oh, hell the shit. Oh, my goodness. Woman's had too much fire water. MyGreenGear.com, damn it. JerichoGreen.net. And my Patriot Supply. Don't forget that, okay? Okay. Already loaded. So, 1 year ago, guys, just over 1 year ago, the worst pullout in American history. Afghanistan. Now, for us, it was horrible. We lost 13 lives unnecessarily. But for the Taliban, shit, they were over there doing the party poppers. They won an $85 billion lottery. You know what? Let's go find something. Let me see if I can go on my Instagram page and see if I can find, because I did a post that day, the day that we pulled out, and the day that Biden pulled out of Afghanistan. And I think what it was is nobody explained to Biden how you're supposed to pull out. You're not supposed, all right, when you pull out, Biden, and I don't mean to be crass here or gross, but I'm going to explain to you what pulling out is all about. So when you pull out, what you're supposed to do is everything is supposed to come out after you're out. Okay, you don't and then pull out, or you don't on the way out and dribble everything half in, half out. That's not how you do it. You pull out all the way and then you right? Fellas, correct me if I'm wrong. But what he did was he just and just made a fucking mess and left $85 billion worth of American armament with a terrorist organization who we were just fighting for 20 years. So we're fighting for 20 years. We spill our American and allied blood in the sand to be drank by the desert. Only 20 years later to say, Here's your prize. Come on down. Who's next on Take Our Shit? And our next contestant is the Taliban. Here they come. Here they come to collect their prize of $85 billion worth of weaponry. Black Hawks, guns, missiles, howitzers, night vision. Remember the picture of the Taliban dude wearing all the gear we left? He looked like the cover of, Call of Duty, Black Ops. What? So basically, we made the Taliban wait 20 years to give them a bunch of free shit. I mean, not bad. They're like, okay, we'll wait 20 years. We'll fight a war for 20 years to get a payoff like that. They got a better military armament than some countries, let alone one terrorist group. Okay, so we're getting there. I'm all the way back to 2021 on my little timeline thing, whatever this is called. Okay, we're getting there, people. $85 billion worth of shit to the enemy. We didn't even leave that shit with somebody we're allies with. We didn't even leave it with a friend. We left it with the enemy. Oh, dog. How do you do that? How do you pull that one off, Grandpa in Chief? Okay, we're almost there. We're getting there. Let's see, that's August. Okay. August. Oh. Here we go. Here's all the people climbing on the plane. Remember those images? Now, where's the list? There was a picture. There was a picture floating around, and it had a list of all of the weaponry that we left behind. It's funny to go back and look at some of the old shit. Look at what's been going on. You know, you look at your timeline, you watch shit change. You see what different things are going on in the world. Damn it. Let's see. Forgive me. List of weapons left behind in Afghanistan. Here we go. Should have done that first. Okay, here we go. 1 year ago today, this is the gift basket that we left behind for the Taliban. You ever go to a nice hotel or something, or Airbnb, and they leave a nice basket for you? Like, oh, this is nice. Some snacks and fruits and shit. Taliban's new arsenal. 22,000 Humvees. 634 M117s. 385,000 or 358,000 rifles. 126,000 pistols. 16,000 night vision goggles. So they're just having fun all hours of the day now. 64,000 machine guns. 33 that's kind of small. 33 something 17 helicopters, 33 Black Hawks, and 43 small helicopters. 4 C-130s, some Cessnas, 28 Cessnas, 176 artillery pieces. If you took a Taliban member and put him on Santa Claus's lap and said, "Tell me what you want, little Taliban boy," ho, 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 they couldn't write this. If you told them, just write anything you want, no matter how crazy it is, anything you want, write it down. They wouldn't have wrote this down. You think he would say, I want 358,000 rifles? He wouldn't even think of that. That's too crazy. This is beyond a wish list that the The Taliban couldn't even have written this shit down. They didn't have to, because we got Bidenus pervertus. He'll make it happen. He is Santa Claus to the Taliban. In December, they're probably going to have pictures of Bidenus pervertus hanging downtown with a white beard on and a red hat with a little white ball on the end. Ho, ho, ho. My goodness. My goodness. And what did they do? What happened to Afghanistan after they took over? Well, ask the Afghani women. They'll tell you. They'll tell you what happened. $85 billion in prizes. Fucking prizes. Like the end of a game show. They won the showcase. The Taliban won the showcase. No apologies from those idiots. And why didn't they? Because we've been there for 20 years. So we're there. The first time there's a whiff of we're going to pull out, why don't you start taking shit? Wrap it up, shrink wrap it, whatever you got to do, send it back home first, and then leave. Oh, and before you go, maybe put out the word, a tweet, a mass email, door to door. Hey, American citizens, we're going to leave you. All your backup is leaving. So do you want to come with us? Remember Peppermint Patty? She said there are Americans who wanted to stay. Who? Nobody wanted to fucking stay there. No American says, you know where I want to go and stay for a long time? Afghanistan. He left those people behind. Oh, they don't want to go. Well, you didn't give them a chance. That's like taking off. You're gone. Oh, they didn't want to go with me. They never knew you were leaving. Why didn't you clean the shit out first and then leave? Or blow it up? We've all seen an action movie. Stick some C4 to the side of that shit and blow it up. Burn it. Why leave it in perfect working condition for our enemies? Why? And not to mention the 13 sailors who lost their life unnecessarily. You could have gotten those people out of there first. But you're going to pull their support out and leave them literally behind enemy lines. Why didn't they clean the shit out first, then leave? What'd you call that? Common what? Oh, common sense. God, 1 year. Here we are. It's gotten worse. Not only has it been a year since he did one of the dumbest things we've ever seen done by any kind of world leader. Sorry, guys, I didn't mean to call him a leader. That hurt. But over this year, we watched him get dumber and dumber and worse, destroy our economy even more, destroy the American dollar even more. You see the desperation, don't you? Don't think they're hiring 87,000 agents by accident. This should just happen overnight. They're not playing. They're staring down the barrel of the end of their reign. They're staring down the barrel of, oh shit, I'm in bed with these people so deep, I can't get out of here. I can't leave DC. I gotta stay here. What are they afraid of? Did somebody have pictures, videos, something signed? Why are they willing to destroy us to stay in power? I think that's a valid question. People, friends, the entire world is experiencing food shortages. Supply chain breakdowns continue to have domino effects on everything, especially food production. Farmers can't plant as many crops now because of fertilizer shortages, forced regulations, and high fuel prices. This will cause more painful food shortages when we run out of the food we're eating now. Food takes time to grow, so when farmers don't plant, months later, we don't eat. That's why you need to prepare for an increasing number of food shortages. And the best way to do it is to invest in ready hour emergency food from My Patriot Supply. It's a perfect hedge against skyrocketing prices and shortages. Right now, save $50 on a 4-week food kit from My Patriot Supply. Go to preparewithjericho.com and get your $50 savings on a 4-week emergency food kit that averages more than 2,000 calories per day. That's preparewithjericho.com. Those who know what's coming are preparing now. Shouldn't you? Preparewithjericho.com. And again, there was a time where it's prepping, getting that shit, food shortages. That won't happen here. It already has. There's a baby out. There's an American baby right now with its stomach rumbling because their mommy can't find any formula. The shit's happening. We've seen the empty shelves. You've placed your online orders only to be told, we don't have that. We don't have that either. Oh, we don't have that. And before you go, we don't have that. Unprecedented. Unless it's like we've seen it before. If there's a natural disaster, you can't get no water or batteries. But those are specific items. Shit's missing. My wife went to get ground beef one time and they put a limit on the ground beef she could buy. You're telling me, an American taxpaying citizen, that I can't buy all the beef that I want? That's a problem. And I'm not oversimplifying it. That's a problem. We don't do shortages in America. We have too much shit in America. Certainly not shortages. Shout out to the countries who are depending on us to do well too. Keep your fingers crossed, because I know we are. So yesterday, toward the end of my live, I was looking up something, and they have a little video in the box on the article, and they have an ad in front of it. So the ad was the newest National Guard commercial. I looked up the newest one. It looks like this is from a year ago. And it's a girl who she's running with a couple other Army buddies, other soldiers, and they're running in a canyon or somewhere outside. And she's running, keeping up ahead of them. They can't catch her. Yeah, right. So she's running up ahead, beating the guys because, women, we're equal to men physically. We can do anything they can physically, right? So she's running up ahead. These dudes can't catch her because she's a woman. Hear her roar. So the scene transitions, and she's grabbing like some bags of grain or some shit out of the back of a C-130, handing it to somebody. Then she's hopping over the wall, and then she's directing traffic and stuff like that. And she's doing everything. Go on, girl, sister. She's just woman doing everything. She's kicking the men's ass. Because now, these days, women are more physically dominant than men. Especially in the military, where you will not be in better shape as a male than if you go through boot camp. Not anymore. The girls are stronger and faster than you. She see this shit. She's running. They can't catch her. I wonder if they told the guys before they started shooting, hey, just kind of hang back, guys. Don't go too fast. Just let her stay ahead. Because that's the only way she's going to be outrunning these young military-aged men. But women are stronger and faster now. That's what it's telling you. The woman was the target of the ad. She was the lead in the commercial. So are you telling young women that you're as strong as a man and you could run this military? Okay. Same old woke SJW bullshit we've become accustomed to, even with the advertisements for our fighting forces. So, down below that video was another ad for the National Guard, the Army National Guard, in 1996. That's a little different. That's 20-some years ago. That's before we were awash in this woke bullshit. That's back when things were normal. So in this ad, it's a young man sitting on the couch. Basically, and that's a difference too, the messaging. The messaging in the newest video is, basically, they say millennials ain't shit. Why don't you prove them wrong? They say you're a bunch of soft handshake pussies who can't fight. Go prove them wrong. That's what the message was in the newer video. In the older video from 96, the message was, you ain't doing shit with your life. Get out here and serve your country. That's what it was. This dude was sitting on the couch, not doing shit, flipping through the channels, young man. The TV sucks him in, and when he's in the TV, he's in the National Guard. He's helping people. He's fixing things. He's fighting. He's training, and it's all men. There's only 2 women in that commercial. One toward the end of the commercial, and she's like, they're inside somewhere. She's handing a uniform or something. She's handing clothing to somebody, probably simulating like a natural disaster. She's handing clothing to somebody, to a citizen. And then at the very end, where they all sit there and salute, and it's the men, it's a couple men and a couple women, and they're all saluting because yes, there are women in the National Guard and for the purposes of this, in the National Guard, but also in the active duty. So those are the only 2 women in the whole ad. The rest of it is focusing on this young man to join the National Guard. And I know it's crazy, but it's mostly men in the Army National Guard. So it makes sense to target them. It doesn't make sense to show them being outrun by a girl. It doesn't make sense to show them that a girl is stronger than them and can lift a heavy ass sack quicker than they can, easier than they can. That's bullshit. The young people haven't changed. They have. You should target those young men to come and serve their country, not a bunch of girls. Of course, they're allowed in the military, but don't act like they're the bulk of the military force. Don't act like they're the biggest, strongest, and fastest ones in our military force. That's bullshit. Women, you want to join the military? Join. My mom was in the Army, served well, served honorably. So yes, women, you can do it, but you're not going to be the fastest. You damn sure not going to be the strongest. And the Army just got done with a 4-year experiment, basically, where they had the same physical qualifications across the board. Nothing wrong with that. If you can cut it, you can cut it. If you can't, you can't. People get turned away from the military all the time. Eyesight's not good enough, flat feet, whatever. You get turned away. Everybody can't do everything. Boo-hoo. So they did that shit for 4 years, across the board. Everybody has to do this many push-ups. Everybody has to do this many pull-ups. Everybody has to run in this amount of time. And guess who failed at almost 50%? Women. So now they got to change it back to where you can do hang time, but the men have to do pull-ups. And you can put your knees on the ground for push-ups, but men can't. You know why they did that? Because women are not as physically strong as men. When did this become a thing? When did this become a topic of discussion or debate? You ever see that video, that short, where the girl goes, oh, so you think girls soccer players aren't as good as boys soccer players? Then why don't you come try it against us? And then it cuts to footage of one guy outmaneuvering and running through the entire women's soccer team. Some of them got turned around when they're looking like, where'd he go? Did he disappear? Did he throw down a ninja smoke bomb? No, he's just too fucking fast for you to handle. Ran right past her. You might even see her hair and her clothes blowing in the wind as he runs by. You ever watch women's sports versus men's sports? And I'm not shitting on women's sports, but I'm shitting on people who think it's equal. It's not. That's why you can't name a WNBA player other than Lisa Leslie and Brittany Griner. And you only know Brittany Griner for some off-the-court shit. Name her. Tell me a WNBA player right now in the comments without Googling. And without Google telling you, are you sure? Do you really give a shit? Tell me who's a WNBA player. Fucking ridiculous. That's poisonous. Don't tell people that shit. Don't discourage young men by telling them, oh, you can't do it. You can't do it. The women are faster than you and stronger than you. That's not who you need to be targeting. You need to target these young men. Again, they make up the bulk of the armed forces. Well, let's see. Sue Bird. Is that Larry Bird's daughter? Cynthia Cooper. You guys are better than me. So Sue Bird, Cynthia Cooper, Skylar Diggins. Never heard of any of these women. Any of them. Who else? Box says, Phoenix PD's physical test is lower in standards than the men's. Look, here, let's get controversial, shall we? I got something to say. hold on, before I do that, IWD, thank you. It says in the 1850s, Texas and Salta, an Argentine province, both outproduced India and the Russian Empire in food twice over. Shortage my rear. It's a psyop. That's another thing. Why are we dealing with that shit here? They got plenty of baby formula in Mexico and all these other countries around the world. Why was it a shortage here? It's operator error. It's because our government is trying to fuck us over. So, to your point, Bach, Phoenix PD's physical test is lower in standards than a man's. So basically, they have lower standards for women than they do men. Here's how I feel about female police officers and firefighters. Here we go. Being that it is a physically demanding job, I'm not a big fan of female police officers. I'm not. I think you need to be as big and strong as you can be to be a police officer. Now, to say there aren't some badass lady cops out there who can fuck some ladies up, I'm sure you can. But going against a man, one who doesn't want to go to jail or who is on drugs, it's not going to be good. Lady firefighters, here's something that I saw. And here's what I'm saying. If the qualifications are the same across the board and a woman can meet them, then bring it on. But we can't have these lower standards. That's not right. That's not right for the people that you're going to be called to help. Now, here's something that I saw around the 4th of July. I was at a Walmart, and the local fire department had a trailer parked by this restaurant that's near the Walmart. And so they walk over there and they unlock the trailer and they start taking out boxes of fireworks to open up the fireworks stand and sell them. So there's 5 or 6 male firefighters and 1 female. The male firefighters go over there and they pick up 2 boxes at a time, quite easily. The woman comes over, she's only able to grab 1, not so easily. I'm talking just physical. I'm not saying a woman's not as smart as a man, all that kind of shit. Books, when it comes to the knowledge of it, I'm sure you can keep pace. But these are physically demanding jobs. This is lifting, running, wrestling, fighting, throwing. Cops got to do all kinds of shit. Firefighters got to do all kinds of shit. Holding that or wearing that gear, just the suit alone. Was that shit made by Carhartt? That thick ass material, the tank, the boots, the helmet. I just believe jobs like that should be for men. Because men are built to handle it. When it's a physically demanding job, you should have the most physically dominant people doing it. That's what I say. Men are stronger. And I'm talking, you can take a trained woman and a dude off the couch, and chances are that man is going to be stronger than her. Chances are that man is going to kick her ass. Now, you got some MMA fighters, kickboxers, some black belts. There's some badass ladies. But if you were to take a man with equal experience, he's going to fuck her up. That's just the way it is. Tammy A., if you are 5'2", you should not be a police officer. I just don't think so. And I've seen some cops like that. A little PYT, 5'3". I'm not intimidated by you. I am not intimidated whatsoever. And when dealing with people like that, intimidation is key. If you're a criminal, who you want to tussle with? Some 6'2" cop that's 240 pounds who hits the gym? Or a 5'3" female cop? You're going to take the female cop every day. That's easy work. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm trying to be real. My wife, she makes the mistake of trying to tussle with me. I told you this before. My wife was tussling. She calls the kids to help. When it was all said and done, I had my family in order of age, my son, my daughter, and then my wife, stacked up on top of each other, and I was pushing them down with my non-dominant hand, and they were saying, okay, let us up. That's just the way it is. When I was taking jiu-jitsu, we had a girl, 16-year-old girl come in our class. You talk about awkward, a bunch of grown men, and you bring a teenage girl in here for us to wrestle. I was like, no, you just get me in a hole. No, you get me. Go here. Here's my arm. Get me in an arm bar. But anyway, I grabbed her one time. She like scooted away, and I grabbed her by her pant leg and dragged her back to me like nothing. I said, come here. Right over here, no problem. I flipped her in the position that I wanted her in to make my move easier. I couldn't do that with the guy. But with her, it was easy because she's a woman. I was at work one time and we had this, shout out to Jules. If she's watching, she knows I'm telling the truth. She was very physically fit. She wrestled in high school. We were in the back room, right? We had plenty of space. She said, I bet I could take you. I said, no, you can't. I never wrestled a day in high school or any other school. The only wrestling I did was after Saturday morning WWF with my brother, and I usually lost because he was older than me. Try that shit now, bruh. But anyway, she wanted to wrestle me. So I said, all right, go. So we lock up, and I went to grab her, and she sprawled. And when you sprawl, that's when you put your legs out. You're basically trying to go flat to keep them from picking you up or doing a move with you. But because she was so much smaller than me, I scooped her under her stomach, put her up on my shoulder like this. Her back was on my shoulder, so she was like that. And then I took a couple steps, and I act like I was going to pile drive her into the pavement. And I was like, do you see how easy that was? I know you got your training doing your thing, and if it's a guy near your size, maybe you could take him. Maybe. But that shit was easy. Yeah, it lacked it in the razor's edge. Exactly. Razor Ramon. R.I.P. Guitar Dude 777. I think Leah Thomas should try out for the WNBA to replace Brittany Griner for the next 9 years. That's a great suggestion, man. Probably be better at it, even though he's like 7 inches shorter. Or did I say he? So, ladies, what do you think? Am I being a dick? Am I wrong? You're such a dick. Let's see. Let me know, ladies. What do you think? No, I did not grab her like a six-pack Islander 67 little brown guy. That's gross. Oh. Tammy A says, no, I'm not wrong. Crosswire says, I'm okay with a man being a man. Yeah, society should be. Heidi Booth says, nope, I love my big, strong man. Drew Tazy says, no, you are right. Blonde Thought says, nope. So it looks like the ladies concur. And not saying anything bad against women, but talking straight physical? Hell no. Faye Knox says females shouldn't be cops or firefighters. I would agree with that. Mental Medalist Wife says, you are right. Nunya, hold on. Damn. Lord German Husbando says, as a biological woman, a real one, you are correct, sir. Nunya Bittness says, I love toxic masculinity. Me too. It created this lovely world that we find ourselves in. I mean, you know. Army Wife 007 says, no, you're not being a dick. Thank you. Appreciate that. Blonde Thought says, reality check. But when did they need this reality check? What happened? What happened to the shit that we just knew to be true? Nicole Virtuoso says, I concur. And ladies, Heidi Booth says, I don't want to be stronger than my man. That's what makes him hot. Yeah, what would that world be like, ladies? Living in a world where the men are behind you. Go get them, babe. Where the men are the weaker sex now. They start putting you to the forefront. No, you're equal, right? Here you go. Do you ladies want to live in that world? You guys want to start going to war? Start digging for oil, taking out trash, putting on a roof in the summer, laying brick, going on a skyscraper. My wife, and she's going to tell me, why are you talking shit about me? I'm not, babe. I'm trying to make a point. We had the ladder in our dining room. I was putting up some curtains, homeowner shit. And I was putting up some new curtains, so I had to use a ladder to get up there. And so I had put the pole up there for the curtain. All she had to do was take the rod down, put the curtain on it, and then put it back up in the little holder. That's it. 6-foot ladder, nothing crazy. I came home. After that, my wife goes, yeah, I put the curtains up, and she had my daughter holding the ladder. Said, hold the ladder. Don't let me fall. Don't let me fall. She did it. My wife got it done. Good job to you, honey. But she got it done, but she's freaking out over being on a 6-foot ladder. So I say that to say this. Ladies, do you want to be up on those skyscrapers, straddling a steel beam, having your lunch, 10 stories up in the air? You want to do that? Do you want to go to the top of the Golden Gate Bridge to change that little red light that flashes to keep airplanes from crashing into it? You want to put on that harness and get all the way up there, 300 feet in the air? You want to get up there and change the blades on those stupid, worthless windmills? Them 150-foot blades on that thing? You want to climb up there and do the maintenance? You want to get in a submarine and go underwater for 6 months and not see the sun? I don't think so. But men will gladly do that. Oh, ladies, you like lobster, don't you? You want to get out there and do lobster fishing? You want to go on the Bering Sea and take a 60-foot swell to the front of the boat? I don't think so. It's cold out there. You know how ladies are with cold. Women have the same body temperature as a cadaver. If you don't believe me, next time you're in bed with your woman, have her put her cold ass feet on you. And I bet you'll go, like it takes the breath away. Like when you get cold water and your nuts hit the cold water and they jump up here by your heart. No, they don't want to do that. And you know what? You don't have to. You don't have to, baby girl. Ooh, we're going to take care of you because masculinity is a vibe. We'll go to the middle of the earth. We'll climb to the tallest mountain so you can be at home kicking it. Ooh. We will gladly do that. That's what we're built for. That's why we were made to do that dangerous shit. But according to the U.S. Army, we're all the same. The women are doing it, outrunning them. And you can tell in the video she is running as hard as she can. Them dudes that are about 80%. Derek Rao. Hope I'm getting that right. All hail Jericho. Nancy Pelosi. That'll be the day when that sloppy liver spotted demon would say that. Yeah, that's right. Salty Space Cowboy. Love our women. You kidding me? Most beautiful things on the planet. Precious. They look good. They're soft. They smell good. Tender. Love women. But y'all ain't going to do that shit. That's just what I think about that. That's all I have to say about that. So, guys, we did it. About an hour and a half in, damn it. It flew by. We must have been having fun. Thank you to everybody in the comment section for your comments, your questions, your donations. You just watching and listening, I don't give a damn. If you're giving me your time, I thank you. Tomorrow, what does it hold? Something stupid, I guarantee it. You know somebody's going to say or do something dumb that's going to fuck us over, and we'll be here to talk about it tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Current temperature, 103. Damn it. I wish that's where it would stop, but we're looking at 105 today, and tomorrow it's going to be 108. Yay. Almost there, 110. Not happy. Not happy with the weather, but here we are. What are you going to do? Roger Rabbit says, shout out to me. There you go, Roger Rabbit. Who framed you? I'm still waiting for an answer. Thank you, guys. That's right, King B. Falcon. Time flies when you're having fun. So, Ken Conley, where are you asking me where I reside, sir? I'm about 30 minutes outside of Sacramento, Sacktown, the Bay Area, and back down. Yeah, so I'm going to be here. Try not to melt. I appreciate everybody being here. Hope you will join me again mañana. Say it with me, damn it. You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net and mygreengear.com. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.